So,
Hello. Happy Monday, family.
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Got a couple
Monday.
of you guys early. HJC was what, 3 hours early?
That's the go right there. That's Hunter. That's Hunter, the Wisconsin King. Yeah, bro, dripped out too in the flick.
You love to see it. What up, Adrian? What up, Niren?
What's up, guys?
G-Body Benz. Hold up. Give us the 360 view, G-Body Benz. Hey, come on. Right? Okay, so Garrett, unmute and tell the story from yesterday.
Your mic's not working?
Mic's not working, family.
Oh, no.
Well,
What up, Rob?
you might have to fill us in.
Okay. Well, so there's 9 seconds left in the Giants game, and the Giants are up by 3. And Garrett and Danny are Giants fans, so I text them, "Good game." Now I'm not watching the game. Okay, we can hear you now, G.
You're good.
Continue. And then, so I text them, "Good game," with 9 seconds left.
No. Even worse. He said, "Good win." And Danny and I
Just jinx it.
even worse. And we're watching this game, and I'm like, no, he's not. Because I thought initially my stream was behind. And so this dude hadn't kicked the kick yet. And so we're down 3. The
and I'm watching on my phone. I have no idea that a field goal's going down right now.
So I just assumed he was ahead and the dude missed a kick, right? So it's probably like 10 seconds left in the overtime.
You forgot they have a Brandon Aubrey.
Yes, correct. And I just assumed he missed. And then I watch it and he makes it. I'm like, what? Are you serious? And then Wi-Fi went ballistic.
Ballistic, man. And then they lost in OT. But yeah, good to see y'all here. We're here every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern, to answer all of your Amazon questions. Just had a fire coaching call. Dude, we have this coaching student. He's closed 3 brand exclusives and he started wholesale in May.
Damn, that's awesome.
Well, dude's doing work.
What kind of brands has he been going after? Do you know, or any particular niche?
No, I don't know. I don't know the specific.
Corey's coming for his bag there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was asking for a friend.
Super impressive stuff. And I'm.
Yeah, what brands? What can you give me the phone numbers of the sales?
Yeah, give me their websites as well.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Chat scaling here. Let's see. How would you guys train up an admin VA? So the big thing is you don't really have to train up an admin VA outside of like just responsiveness and just making sure they're actually doing the tasks, So
it's kind of a lot for Amazon. Just have them do the job over your shoulder, basically.
Yeah.
And then watch them do the job. And then when you watch them do the job and you're satisfied, you're not doing any input, then you're done. That's training everybody, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're having them do for you too.
Yeah. Like sourcing is going to evolve a ton, but admin stuff largely will be relatively just repetitive.
Just make sure your admin VAs are extremely attention to detail focused. I don't care if an admin is a little bit slower worker than a sourcer, because their work, if they add a 0 in the wrong place, you think you made 10 grand, really you made $0, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just have them whatever you want them to do. Just have them watch you, Eddie. That's a cool spot to be at, though.
The biggest thing we can say for any sort of VA is just get on Zoom with them, get on video, develop that connection, build that relationship, right? Because I hear so many horror stories about people with all these VAs, don't even know what they look like, don't know what they sound like, don't get on video, don't critique, don't provide constructive feedback, right? Like the more effort you put into them, they'll reciprocate with productivity, with value, right? So put the time in.
Yeah, if you got a boss that never tells you how to do something better,
yeah, I mean, ask how their weekend was. Ask if they be a human with them, right? Interact with them, and they'll provide it 10 times back.
Yes,
yeah, Scott, this is a really, really good tip. And I mean, I subscribe to Loom. I pay for Loom because of this, because I think for your videos to be longer than 5 minutes, you've got to pay for it.
Yeah, it's cheap though. I think.
Yeah, it's super cheap, but it's worth it. I mean, all you got to do, the playbook for training the VA is whatever task you want them to do. You create a Loom video of you doing the task and talking through it, not just doing the task, but talking through it step by step. Then you send that video to your VA and you make sure they understand it. And then if they say they understand it, then you get on a Zoom call with them and you let them share their screen while they do the task. And then you can kind of critique them and say, well, hey, you missed this, or hey, remember to do this. And then once you do that with them 2 or 3 times, they will know how to do that task. And then you pretty much never have to do it again. Can anyone tell me why Amazon customers are super friendly with the buyers and very unfriendly with the sellers? I mean, you're saying why Amazon
Customer service,
customers,
I assume,
yeah, customer. I mean, that's just going to be the nature of the platform, right? I mean, it's a type of platform where like the buyer's always right, and they're going to have that policy at the expense of sellers because
They're also just pasting a bunch of templates anyway. That's just whatever Amazon told them to say.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is.
That's why there's so many people on Amazon. You gotta remember, anytime sellers get screwed over by something, it usually is because they're trying to make it better for buyers. What's up? You said you sold some boxers, shipping fee killed all your profit. Yeah, so the nice part is everyone's paying the same shipping fees. And if you paid like a crazy amount, you said from Georgia to California, you probably have a shipping template set to guarantee delivery too quickly, and it probably forced you to buy like expedited shipping. Otherwise, like a boxer should cost you like $6 to ship. It's like right under a pound.
Yeah, and there's those edge cases where every now and again Amazon will charge you a ton for shipping, in which case you should just buy on pirateship.com. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like you should have just bought on Pirateship, UPS Ground for that. So pretty much now that I think about it, if it's not an expedited order and it's over like $13 or $12, pretty much always you're paying too much, and you should just buy on pirateship.com. Yeah. Here we go. What up, Eduardo? Eduardo, you always ask good questions, man. Good to see you here, family. Good to see you here. So Eduardo, I don't know about the mirror selfie though in 2025 is besides the point. Quick question. So when selling in grocery and having a lot of sales, you start getting auto-ungated in brands. Is it similar to the clothing category? Totally. Oh yeah, totally. It doesn't matter the category though. Yeah, like when you start selling anything, period, it's gonna start opening up more and more autos for you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What up? Nicholas said just linking your Shopify. I can't help. Can you even link a Shopify to Amazon?
Nah, they're major competitors.
Yeah,
I don't think you can. But you can have a buy with Prime button on your Shopify website, can't you?
Yes. Oh, true. So that's a good point. Yeah, but damn,
but that's outside the scope. Like none of us are, as resellers, we're not going to be doing that. So that's not really relevant.
Yeah. I'm feeling, dude, good, man. I'm about to bust some ass and pick up basketball today, man. I'm keeping it a buck. Keeping it a buck right here. Being honest, right?
What's the determination between pickleball and basketball, though?
Dude, fucking Wi-Fi's on the injured reserve right now. Dude, we're falling apart. Sora's been injured for 2 months.
What's he been injured with?
Dude, I just placed it. I'll show you what I did. So I placed it so beautifully in the back left corner of the court, and he had to come around like that, and ankle got him, man.
Oh,
this was Sawyer or Wi-Fi?
Sawyer.
And what about Wi-Fi?
I'll explain later. So by what date should I stop shipping Q4 for FBA and switch to mostly FBM? Yeah, so good question. Two wheels. So you should be stopping FBA by like early November, so like 10th, 15th, or even sooner if you're seeing slow check-in times. But you should be doing a lot of optimized shipments using Boxum. And then in terms of FBM stuff heavily, definitely after that, right? And then especially FBMing heavily, even right now, anything that's super FBM friendly. You know what I mean? So if you see a ton of folks making money on something FBM, like I just spent the last hour on the coaching call finding a bunch of good Halloween stuff. You should FBM it today.
A question that we missed earlier. ASM said, if I have 10K liquid, what do you recommend, OA or wholesale or private label? So if you're brand new and you only have 10K liquid, I would just do OA. I definitely would not do private label if I was brand new, period.
Yeah, that's even like one product, and you got to hope it goes well at that point.
Yeah, even if I had $100,000
without any sort of ad or campaign budget.
Guaranteed to fail with private label if you're brand new and you only have 10K. So yeah, I'd start with OA. I was
just gonna say you can get through 10K pretty quick on OA. I think that's like a pretty common misconception there.
For sure. Arseni asked, hi Corey, for new sellers, is the $50 per day ads tactic you mentioned in a video a good starting point, or is it a smaller budget enough, like $15 to $25 to boost your sales? So that $50 per day that I recommend in those videos, keep in mind that you're never really going to hit that budget. So even though your budget is $50 per day, you're never really going to spend $50 per day. So I would say set the budget at $50, and realistically, you're only going to spend $5, $7, maybe $10 a day. If you're newer and you only have a few products listed, you're probably only going to spend a couple bucks a day. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's a fire question too.
Yep, that's a good question.
And his new whoa, I don't know who that is.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah. Would you share your email with your VA for the order numbers? So Garrett, haven't you done something cool where you auto redirect to a separate inbox, like keyword or from who they're from, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, so you can do it any number of ways. From an OA perspective, what I would say is create 3 different like categories in your inbox: order confirmations, tracking, order delivery, right? And then each store has one folder in each of those 3 categories, right? So Dick's Sporting Goods is going to have an order confirmation folder, a tracking folder, and an order delivered folder, right? And so within each of those, you'll key off on whatever keyword you need to get every email of that kind to the given place. And ultimately, what it's going to be used for is just so a VA can go in and manage your entire supply chain, right? They can go in and validate that orders are getting shipped on time, orders are arriving on time, and orders are being delivered with the initial quantity that you ordered with, right? So it can manage the entire process from order to delivery and even to the prep center if you have one. It's really going to eliminate any sort of leakage. And then you can get into like vetting suppliers and on online sites, right? If GameStop has taken, a week to ship 4 or 5 straight orders, well, that's something to keep an eye on, right? Whereas if Dick's Sporting Goods is shipping right on time and getting delivered to your place in 2 or 3 days, again, that's something that you can keep an eye on. But ultimately, that sort of like organization, A, is automated, but B, provides the infrastructure for a VA to go in and really kind of manage that for you, and they can give you reports if anything is going wrong.
Dang, that's game right there. Okay, we got to do a little rapid fire here. Struggling to get ungate. Yeah, Target right there. Yeah, that category can even eventually be auto ungate too. Does Amazon pick up the warehouse from the Chinese factory to the warehouse? Is there any answer to that? Yeah. So Luigi, we don't talk about private label. So we talk about doing the arbitrage model, where you buy stuff at the start from Kohl's, Walmart, and Target to flip on Amazon for a profit, where you ship it from the supplier to you, and then you ship it to the Amazon FBA warehouse, or fulfill it yourself via merchant fulfilled. Not where you buy stuff from China with private label, where you have to create demand, do copywriting, spend money on ads, etc., and get the product here from China as well. So that's private label, and that's significantly more complicated and expensive for beginners.
So Anise had a good question a little bit ago. They said, what's the most important thing to keep your cash flow if you're doing wholesale with FBA? So Anise, the single best thing you can do to increase your cash flow is to get terms with your suppliers. So if you can get net 30 terms with your suppliers, which basically means you have 30 days to pay your invoices, that does a ton for your cash flow. And some suppliers, especially if you have a really good long-term relationship with them, some might even be willing to do net 60 terms. So if you have 60 days to pay your invoices, a lot of times you can buy inventory, sell it on Amazon, get paid, and then pay your invoice if you can do all that within 60 days. So basically you have unlimited cash flow in that scenario. So that would be the best advice for extending cash flow, is just get terms with as many of your suppliers as you can.
You need to add that to Walmart. That'd be cool.
Walmart.
They need to add that to Walmart. That'd be a good little OA perk.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That would never get abused by regular people, right? Net 30 terms at the grocery store.
That would just get absolutely, like, they would offer that and they'd take it away within like a week.
And going off of what Corey said, you could even use something like Melio to pay an invoice with a credit card, which gives you theoretically another 30 days, right? So if you have like that net 30-day agreement, and you can pay with a credit card or a wire, right? Then you're essentially establishing 60 to 75 days to pay every single invoice, whether you can use a credit card or not.
Somebody asked, should we send a letter to corporate to get terms? No. So if you're doing wholesale and you're buying from a supplier already, you definitely have a sales rep, and you could just ask your sales rep, say, hey, can I get a copy of your credit application? You're going to have to fill out a credit application, but once you fill that out and submit it, they'll let you know if you were approved for terms, and then if you were, what kind of terms you're going to get. And if you're just starting out and you don't have any other credit references or any other companies that you have credit with, they might only give you like 5-day terms with like a $2,000 limit, right? Or maybe even lower. But that's how you start, and then you pay your bill on time, and they give you better terms over time.
Pamela says, is it possible to do US FBA from another country? 100%. Yeah, using prep centers. Yeah, using Boxem. Hell yeah. Yeah, Sora's still around. Send him some fire memes on Twitter. He'll love if you send him good memes on Twitter. You guys all forward to optimize shipments. When you have 5 identical boxes that it makes sense, the box size and how much you can fit inside the box. Totally. Haven't started FBA. Done FBM since August. 400 sales. Good start, Hooligan. Let us know how we can help you grow that too. When you consider repricing an item, and do you recommend auto or manual repricing? So never use Amazon's auto repricer, but using a third-party repricer software is totally cool. There's a bunch of good ones. And once you got like 10 plus ASINs. Let's see. Cutout are doing well for you. Yes, sir. What's the most important thing? Oh, we already did that one too. Sending in a makeup palette. They require any prep, or should I stick that into you on the actual box? Makeup, you should be good just on the actual box if they're in boxes. Yeah.
Lucas said preferred way to find wholesale distributors. So for me, Lucas, I just like to call brands that I want to sell. So if I find a brand and I'm like, oh, that'd be a good brand to sell, I just call the brand and ask them who their distributors are. That's really going to be the easiest way.
Yeah, might as well start at the top. Even the big brands will give you a distributor or something.
Yep.
Should I just focus on auto and gate products instead of seasonal? Focus on whatever you're finding profitably. If it's gated, get ungated in it, right? And yeah, you'll be good to go.
And if you're new, I wouldn't focus on like true seasonal stuff either. Just because as soon as that season goes away, like the prices go way down. So like, don't buy Christmas lights, buy makeup that people give as gifts, right? It's like stuff that's going to spike in price during that season, but not like completely die right after. And be careful if this is your first Halloween as well. Make sure your profit is crazy on that, and you're sourcing kind of now-ish for Halloween. But it's the most returned items on Amazon. So if you're going to do Halloween costumes, make sure your profit's crazy.
Yeah, if you're doing costumes, I mean, your return rates are going to be 30 to 40%.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, do not,
because people treat Amazon like a free rental service for Halloween costumes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And also just think about the thousands of college kids that are ordering from Amazon, then returning them the next week.
Right.
And then you get to sift through cursed returns at that point too. It's covered in candy stains from a kid or what, covered in beer or whatever.
Alcohol,
yeah.
So yeah, don't worry about 100 to 400 unit on gate. Just use 10. RA shopping. Hey, that's good vibes.
What's up? Yeah. What store you at right now, Steve?
Steve pounding those 50s right there, man. That's might be more than 50s.
Anise said, which category would be great to start wholesale with a 10K investment? I've heard from a seller there are a lot of returns in the automotive and tools category. What do you think? So I think those are actually 2 really good categories to start with. There's going to be a lot of returns in every category. If you have a particular interest, or if you have like a hobby, or maybe you know a certain category better than others, I'd just start there.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. No reason to discriminate on what type of stuff you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Why not use Amazon repricer? It hunts to get you sales, not profit. Yeah. And the third party repricers wouldn't make sense. Or like wouldn't exist if the Amazon was really good too.
Can't tell you it's a secret. I respect that. I respect that. Hitting the local spot then.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, man. Yeah. On the way to stocks. Yes, sir. Yeah, Jose's awesome, dude. So Jose has a friend group in the coaching program, very, very similar to Peter and the boys back in the day. I'm so proud of these guys. Like half of them are going to do 10K their first month. It's amazing. Very, very proud of them. It's awesome.
Okay. See, Niran was asking about returns earlier, asking how you deal with FBA/FBM returns. Yeah, I mean, most of them will be in fine shape to sell again. The ones that aren't, you can just sell on a different marketplace. And then just make sure at the end of every month, check your Boxem or whatever to see what's the most returned items and kind of take note of that. So, all right, this ROI doesn't make sense with how many returns we're getting, or you're also going to notice patterns with like specific brands to avoid. For example, like we noticed Skechers have a drastically higher return rate than like any other shoe brand. So we stopped sourcing those completely. So just do a quick audit on where money's, kind of leaking out of your business. Returns is a big one.
Yep. And then also too, guys, so Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have a free class going down too. That you guys should totally tune into. We're going to go over everything you need to get started. Tons of sauce we don't share anywhere else free, especially on the AI and product sourcing side of things. Good question here from Baruch. Just bought first product listed as FBM. How do I ensure my product is available to the customer? go on the Amazon.com listing for that item and see if you show on the listing of sellers. Yeah, because sometimes your account, you might not even know, and your account might not be fully active, which actually happens all the time. It might accidentally not be fully active, or it might accidentally be in vacation mode, and everything. So that'll be on there. Yeah.
Yep. Chip was asking about how you're dealing with Amazon's new price violations. So this has been a thing for ever since I started. Amazon thinks that there's a price on a different marketplace that's like significantly cheaper. That's where a lot of like suppressed buy boxes come from. And a lot of times it's not really even an issue. The only time it's really an issue is if it always has a buy box and it goes away all of a sudden. And then even then it probably comes back when Walmart's running a $10 sale. Amazon has it for 20. The sale goes away and the buy box is back, for example.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Wait 15 minutes. Yeah.
Although I thought I was seeing some stuff on them losing some lawsuits and stuff on the price competition compared to other websites.
I love you, Amazon, but like still.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how that shakes out. Can't remember if it was in Europe or not. It probably was. if it's good for the average consumer.
Facts. No way price violations are new. I've been selling for 5 years in a row. Can you guys help? I have 100. Holy shit, 100. Are you selling books, man? Or what are you selling, Chip Gaming?
Yeah, they're definitely not new, but you must have had something. There's
had
probably
a bunch
check and
on
see if
his
there's a
account.
different website that had a big sale on a bunch of the brand that's in that list of stuff.
Have you ever had a period of slow sales, and what did you do? Did you lower your price? So yeah, I mean, everybody goes through periods of slow sales. A lot of times it's when some of your best products are in FC transfer, or maybe you run out of stock on some of your best products. But the thing to always keep in mind is, as long as you are continuing to ship more and more products to FBA, your sales are only going to go up over time. So if you're having a slow sales week or a slow sales month, look at your FBA shipping from, say, 3-4 weeks ago, and chances are you probably didn't ship a lot of inventory to FBA over that period. So just think about always be feeding the beast, always be shipping more into FBA, and your numbers will keep going up.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is buy more inventory or lower prices on stuff that you should lower prices on. Those are the only two levers you have that make you more sales.
Do returns hurt your seller performance? Only if it's like a drastic, 20% plus, but very, very unlikely.
But it's a per product level. So one
True,
isn't
also
going to
true.
affect the entire catalog.
Yep, that's facts right there.
And a lot of that just stems from like a inaccurate listing. So Amazon a lot of times make the listing inaccurate or inactive, and then someone will have to go in and fix it.
And there's those new badges that tell you when it's frequently returned, which has been pretty helpful. If you see that badge, look for a lot more ROI or just completely pass.
Yeah.
What do you do with returns? Yeah, so sell them again, or sell them on a different market if they're damaged. You should have an eBay store that's making some sales every day if you're selling a lot of stuff that gets returned.
Yep. Baruch says, how can I see if my account is fully active? Go to the listing you just listed on and see if you show as one of the sellers. If you do, then it is. If not, then you need to go into your settings and check if it is. But you might accidentally be in vacation mode, or your account just might not be active in the US marketplace, which you can see in settings. The quick way to do it, though, is to literally just go to the Amazon.com listing for that product and see if there's sellers on those. Yeah. Or sorry, if you are one of the sellers. Yeah.
BME had a good question there. He said, do you ever raise prices as Christmas sales are increasing? If so, when? Yeah, great question. Kind of prepping for Q4, right? So you're able to see on most of your items, if that item has a history of going a lot more expensive during Q4, then absolutely wait to make the sale. The other thing is right now, if cash is your big limiter, I wouldn't be hoarding a bunch of stuff quite yet. You can still get probably one solid rotation sold through. You got 4 to 6 weeks until you really need to start stocking up for Christmas. And then at that point, get a little bit greedier on stuff that you think the price might go up. But just don't guess on stuff that's going to go up in price. But if you see it has a history of it, then get a little greedy and wait to make the sale till the middle of December.
Yeah,
I mean, even still, if your store is valued at less than 50,000, you got to be indexing on velocity, right? Because velocity is always going to be the more stable metric compared to price. If you're indexing on a 15% margin, well, the second that drops $1, your 15% margin, which was your focal point, is now 7, and obviously that is nowhere near what you were anticipating. But there's going to be very few scenarios where the velocity changes quite a bit. So index on velocity early until you build your store up, and then you can kind of scale back and focus on more profit.
Yep. All right, sweet. So we'll do these final 2 questions here. So Killa B, go on your Amazon seller app on your phone, not Seller Central on your computer. Go on the seller app on your phone and hit manage all inventory and click into each product and see if it says featured, offer eligible, yes or no. Right there. Yeah, and then just follow the rules. Make sure you're selling legit stuff from legit suppliers. You're gonna be good to go. I have seen someone do 3.5 million in 1 month with OA. That's the most I've ever seen.
There's also that one guy who's doing like 20 mil a year.
Oh, true. Yeah, Jeff, just see him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Well, not a lot. There are people doing 8 figures for sure.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's ban that guy right there. All right, cool. All right, sweet. Appreciate y'all tapping in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern for Selling Up Seller Hour, and most importantly, Wednesday night for the free live class. Make sure you tune into Flips4Miles' Instagram story tomorrow morning for my basketball highlights from the pickup session I'm about to have. And y'all have a great night.
All right. See you guys.
See everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Thanks, y'all.